Today we're looking at a new grenade, and this one has a few tricks up its sleeve. More on this in this episode of Airsoftology Reviews. So this average size guy is the Avatar grenade, and this is a new grenade offering. It's being distributed by Red Wolf pretty much worldwide. It's made by a French company, no less, which is kind of interesting considering not a lot of airsoft products are made in Europe or America for that matter. They're mostly made in Asia markets. So this one did get my attention. We're going to look at how it works, all the features, and what makes it so special here in this review. So this Avatar grenade, which actually has a decent amount of heft to it, is a neat little system. I'm going to go into what makes it so cool right off after we get into what you get. First off, you get kind of pretty cool packaging, which you would expect for something kind of premium like this. Inside the box, you get, well, the grenade itself. You get a dog tag, which has a different purpose as well. I'm going to get into that. A set of O-rings for your kind of maintenance and stuff for the inside bits, and then instructions written in English, French, or Japanese. If you speak or read any other language, you're up a creek, so hopefully your English, Japanese, or French skills are up to par. Once you get everything out, the actual instructions are extremely simple. They give you a full teardown of how the grenade is built, which I do like, so when you have to do your maintenance, which we'll talk about a little bit later, you have all the stuff on there. But let's get into the grenade. This grenade is interesting because it doesn't have a pin, it doesn't have a spoon, there's no like kind of thing. It is an impact airsoft grenade. It is powered by green gas or HFC 134A or propane. It'll take all three of those power sources. 134 being the lower power source, and then of course green gas and propane being very similar in composition. Some people even say they're exactly the same, just different scents. Both of those will get you the result you're looking for. And then of course, BBs go inside this. When thrown, armed of course, hits the ground. On impact, it will go off and spray BBs in every direction, hopefully taking out the opponents in the room. Now, this one is the Mark 1, and I'm going to get into what we're talking about Mark 1 and, what makes this thing so cool. This one has a BB loading here, 3 spots on the top, 3 spots on the bottom to load BBs in. It just takes a handful. They kind of go straight down. And then this red ring you see on here, this red O-ring, these 2 of them hold the BBs in place, actually. You can kind of hear and see there's some like hiding in there, and that's what keeps them from coming out. But there's enough pressure there that when you throw it, it will actually get past them. So it's just the kind of the right amount to get it going. Also gives you this kind of cool two-tone look. Although I wish they would include some other different color rubber bands. This one, they're red. I think they might be coming out with accessory kits here in the future, but for right now, you're just looking at the red kit. There's also some cool detailing. It's not just kind of your boring, basic skin here, and I'll tell you what the skin means in a second. On top, you do have this little translucent area, has an A and an S for armed and safe, and a little way to put your finger in here. It's simple. You just kind of twist it, and now you're armed. You twist it back, and now you're safe. It's really easy to get to. In fact, so if you want to keep this thing safe, you twist it over to the safe side, and you can't press that down, which is kind of what sets the grenade off. You can put this in your pouch, run around all day, you're good to go. When it's time to throw at the enemy, you quickly reach down, do a twist. Now it's ready to rock, so if it hits the ground, boom, this thing's going to go off and spray BBs everywhere. How it works is, of course, you're going to keep this thing armed. Once it's gone off, you're going to smack it on the ground. It resets the bottom piece here, kind of the piece inside where that the gas fill nozzle is. Once it's reset with that nice little good smack on a flat piece of ground, you can fill this thing up with gas. Of course, make sure that's in safe mode. Load the BBs in, and you're good to go. It's actually a very, very, very fast reset for a grenade, and I do like that. A lot of times you spend so much time building things. Some of the competitors do this, like the Airsoft Innovations grenade, which I love their impact grenade. It is probably one of the best ones, the actual tornado impact grenade, but you have to rebuild this little Jenga-like tower in there to get it just right every single time. This one, I do like the reset on. Also, what makes this really neat, and that's what I was going to tell you about, and what makes this little dog tag part cool, and I'll go ahead and take the dog tag out to show you guys in real time what it's for. And this part of the kit tells you this. It says Avatar on it. It's kind of whatever. Nobody wears dog tags. But you see that slot there. You can kind of put that in there, and then you can twist it. Now, by twisting this, you can kind of do opposite of what you would do, threading. And you can take what's called the core out. There's 2 parts to these grenades. I'm just going to keep on spinning here until we get it. That's what you use for the tool. And now you have the core and the skin. The skin is where the BBs live. Silver inside, little metal in there, machined metal. these are interchangeable. So right now this is the Mark 1. They also have one that's a sphere, and then they've come out with the Halo one, which looks like a grenade from the movie or the video game Halo. This is the core that you keep. This is the functionality of the grenade. These are the ones you can swap out. Now, these aren't disposable. You're going to hang on to these. These are also very expensive. But this is the base, the function of the grenade itself. For maintenance, you're actually going to disassemble this thing. You can unscrew the cap here. You can get inside of it once you get this cap all the way off. A lot of threads, of course, because you don't want it to mess up. And keeps going. You'll have the actual arming system here. It's kind of a ball and a spring setup. You can kind of see them right there on the camera. You also have some O-rings in here. You see the two on the outside. There's also O-rings on the inside. You can disassemble this portion and pull out the plunger. It says to clean it every 5 to 10 uses, depending on how dirty it gets. But that's basically the maintenance and how this grenade works. It's actually very simple in design. Like I said, you fill from the bottom. That's your gas fill valve. Looks like a standard one. Should be okay. And that's it. Each skin kind of determines the power of how many BBs fly out, how many BBs and how much power flies out. The air, the gas is sent out through these little channels here. You can kind of see in the middle between the O-rings, and they match up with these channels. You can kind of see these holes. I'll kind of spin it around inside there, and you can see the BBs rolling around in there. If I can get a good angle on the camera for you guys, that is how the system works. Smaller the skin, they're actually going to have high power skins. You're going to throw BBs, less BBs, a longer distance, and then high capacity ones. They're planning like something like 20 plus different skins on this. It's kind of a cool design, the way it works. Now, taking this thing out functional wise, on my test, I found using green gas a little less powerful than what you're used to seeing from, let's say, like an Airsoft Innovations grenade. It does function. It functions every single time. You gas it up. I used green gas in this case and was able to do it on a nice 70-degree Fahrenheit day, so maybe like a 20-degree day Celsius, 20 degrees centigrade, I mean, that neighborhood temperature. So it wasn't too hot, too cold, and on the use, the BBs, like I said, it went off every single time, but the BB spread for me was a little light on this skin. This is, again, the Mark 1 skin. They do have different skins, like I said, more being released like every few months. They're going to be coming out with new ones. But it did work. It was able to recharge very quickly, and even handing this to other people had no problem figuring out how to use it once I showed them, hey, just smack it on the ground once, put some BBs in all 6 of the holes, put some gas in, you're good to go, twist it, throw it, and you're done. There's also, at SHOT Show this year, they showed some different ones like an arming light in here that'll actually flash when it's armed to let you know it's going off, and some other cool new features. And like I said, that third skin, the Halo skin, has been released. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what else is coming from the Avatar system. Like I said, fully functional grade, worked very well. Some users have reported that using 134 gas got better results, which is something cool. I haven't had a chance to test that out. Also, in this one thing of note, I did get some better power results and a good spread of BBs when charging this thing up for a long time. It's not just a little bit of gas. You need to give it like a 20-second fill to get this thing all the way up. It's a little longer than you would normally think, but it does get the job done. So if you guys are interested, you can pick these up. Like I said, you can find Red Wolf, and of course, distribution worldwide, anywhere RWA products are distributed. And of course, I'll have some links down in the description below if you guys are interested in this grenade. I love the concept of the interchangeable skins. And also, if you guys have owned an Avatar grenade or been up against one, seen one in a game, I'd like to know what your thoughts are on it. If you have any tips or tricks on using the Avatar, let me know in the comment section below. So guys, until next time, go out, have some fun, play some Airsoft, but no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.